Hi, everybody. First of all, thanks for your vote. I appreciate that. I'm very honored to be on the board of France IX, and I will try to fulfill the legacy of the founding members. I will make a short talk. You're all exhausted. You want to go drink, so I will be very fast. You all want to, just going to talk about IPv6 from the CDN perspective, which is actually Cloudflare perspective. First of all, who's Cloudflare? So we are like a giant reverse proxy. The man in the middle between your server that hosts your website and the internet, so that you can have acceleration by being distributed worldwide, and we fight attackers, DDoS, and malware. How does it work? That's quite an ambitious map. So actually, only the blue dots are the real POPs right now, but all the other ones are planned. So we are present right now in 30 collocations worldwide. And I'm not going to explain what a CDN does. I guess you all know that. A few numbers for Cloudflare. 800 million unique IPs per month. Million IPs per month, not unique. Doesn't make any sense. We see about 1.6 billion people coming through our infrastructure every month. We have about 2 million domain names that we manage, and that makes an impressive number of 100 billion HTTP requests per day. A few years ago, Cloudflare launched the IPv6 gateway. So what was the goal? Was to provide a free, the goal was to put your website in IPv6 for free, for everyone. What it does is basically we allocate an A DNS resolution and a quad A by default. At first, when we launched the service, it was an opt-in option. That means that you have to flip a switch to enable IPv6 on your website. Then in March 2014, some of you, I guess you all know Martin Levy. We hired Martin Levy, and he came to the company and said, oh, I don't understand, why don't we activate this by default? And that's what we did. So in March 2014, we activated IPv6 by default for all the new websites added on Cloudflare. And for the record, we had about 5,000 new websites per day on Cloudflare. So each day, there is 5,000 new websites that are available on IPv6. And you can see it in the graph, actually. So this is a graph of the top something on Alexa. The graph is not clear why I picked it up. The source is included in the graph. But on the left, you can see the IPv6 day, when this was merely a trial. So you can see a huge spike on the day, and then after that, a lot of websites went back to IPv4 only. A year later, we did the IPv6 launch day. That was the official IPv6 for everybody. You were not, if you were starting IPv6 on your website, you were not supposed to go back after that. And that's what people did. So they activated IPv6 on most of their websites. I mean, the percentage on the left is like about 6% of the websites activated. And then nothing much happened. The line grew slowly, but not that much, like 0.5% maybe. And in March 2014, we activated IPv6 by default everywhere. And you can see we gained 1% more of IPv6 traffic. A few numbers that I grabbed a few days ago. This is on a number of HTTP requests on one day. These are the top countries doing IPv6. You can see that Belgium is leading the pack. They made huge deployment on their ISPs. And then after that, so a few European countries. And the USA. The USA is an interesting case because they made a massive deployment with Comcast lately. So Comcast is now, they say that it's 100% deployed. The problem comes mainly after that from the CPE and the routers, the home routers that are being used, because in the US, the customer has to buy his own router. So if the router does not support IPv6 by default, you don't get IPv6. And then France is just behind. So France is in the top 10. That's pretty good. on a map, great, the color are fine. So you can see that on the world maps. If you are familiar with the IPv6 webpage from Google, they produce this kind of map. So I tried a few days ago to produce the same for Cloudflare. And it gives pretty much the same results as Google, so it's not really a surprise. Except from the percentages, they are much more lower than Google's one. The reason is that our biggest customers that do a lot of HTTP requests, they decided not to activate IPv6, and we cannot force them to do it. We can give them an incentive to do it, but we cannot force them to do it. If you would make a zoom on Europe, so you can see Belgium leading the pack, France, Germany, Romania, Portugal, Norway are leading. Some conclusion. So IPv6 is definitely gaining traction. A lot of major ISPs worldwide are now doing big deployments. The biggest so far has been Comcast, which was really impressive in 1 year. That all of that they've done is really impressive. But smaller countries like Belgium, VU and Telenet, two big ISP made a complete deployment as well. Telefonica in Peru was like a trial for Telefonica worldwide, and they have quite good numbers of IPv6. I think I'm done. Do you have any questions? Great, thank you.